Hello, welcome to Access. My name is Nathan and I'm very excited to be talking to you about Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is the follow-up to 2016's Doom, a remake, reboot, return which captured the spirit of the original shooter with fast, angry combat and tons of weapons. Doom Eternal takes this a step further, much further, with an even more sophisticated combat system packed with overlapping weapons, abilities and perks. The system is so complicated that the game is still giving you new mechanics and teaching you how to use them throughout the first 2 hours of the game. So let's take a look at how they all work and how they feel to interact with, sticking for the most part to the order in which they're presented to you. First of all, there's no surprise to learn that Doom Eternal features weapons. You start with the shotgun and the heavy cannon, modern versions of the series' most used options. Good old 3 and 4. These work like other guns you might have fired. You shoot them and enemies get killed. As in Doom 2016, enemies weakened but not quite killed will flash like this, which means they're open to a glory kill. You should do these wherever possible because 1. They look cool and there's loads of humour and variation in the animations, and 2. Because glory kills reward you with extra health. More on that later. The other thing about weapons is that you can attach weapon mods to them. Find mod bots around the world and you will unlock a mod that can be placed on any of your weapons. Each weapon has 2 slots available. One mod can be active at any time and you can switch between them mid-fight. The mods themselves are designed to expand each weapon's behaviour, so the shotgun, for example, has a sticky bomb grenade launcher and a full auto firing mode, while the heavy cannon has a zoomed in precision bolt mode and micro missiles. With the basics dealt with in a fairly short space of time, you'll also receive the chainsaw, a shoulder mounted grenade launcher, a shoulder mounted flame belch flamethrower, the ability to blood punch, and the ability to dash, which combines nicely with your existing ability to double jump. These extra abilities all operate independently from your main weapon. The grenade launcher, flamethrower and dash are all on a cooldown cycle, while the blood punch is charged with glory kills. For the chainsaw, attacks on weak enemies are on a cooldown and you'll need to pick up cans of fuel to take on bigger enemies. The different systems and abilities layer on top of each other. In any given fight you'll be using your primary weapon, perhaps switching between 2 or 3 guns, and within those guns switching between different mods. Then you'll be keeping an eye out for when you can use your abilities, using double jump as a matter of course, dashing whenever you need to while keeping an eye on the cooldown if you're forced to double dash in a short space of time. You'll fire grenades and flames from your shoulders when you see they're recharged. A little later in the game, you'll also be deciding between grenades and ice bombs, which are an alternate fire mode for the same slot. And every now and then, you'll punctuate your fights with a big, messy blood punch. Oh, and when you pick up the super shotgun, you'll also be grappling to enemies, and only enemies, not bits of the environment, to give you another traversal option, one attached to 2 massive barrels of ouch. Already we have a complex system of different moving parts, lots of tools for you to deploy, which gives you lots of freedom in how you approach the challenges presented by different enemies during fights. Then the game adds a couple more things into the mix. Firstly, more powerful enemies have weak points. This is important because of the way it encourages the player to change their behaviour. Suddenly it's not just throw as much damage at this enemy as possible, it's run, shoot, dash, stay alive, and, in the midst of frantic fighting, damage this dangerous enemy in this specific way. It gives the fight more texture and purpose. As does the game's other touch, resource farming. Rebooted Doom is tough as heck, and to compensate it's quite free with health drops from enemies. With Doom Eternal it's leaned into the potential of this system by expanding it. Enemies drop health when they die. Enemies drop more health when you finish them with a glory kill, and more again when your health is low. The game encourages you to be reckless, to get low on health, to pull off that kill and bounce back. Burning enemies drop armor when they're shot. Suddenly you're not just using the flame belch whenever it's recharged, you're using it when you see an opportunity to boost your armor level or when you need more protection in a tough fight. And slicing enemies to bits with the chainsaw prompts a shower of ammo and other resources. It's like ripping open an emergency packet of crisps in the middle of a fight to get the ammo you need to use that particular weapon to target an enemy's weak spot or just to keep firing. And no, I don't know why my crisps have got bullets in. That's a confusing analogy. These are the ingredients that combine to form Doom Eternal's unique combat gameplay, a layered problem-solving exercise with a complex traversal and damage-dealing toolset where the problem you're trying to solve is killing everything while not running out of bullets or health. And that's the basics, really. On top of these core systems, Doom Eternal also has a series of different upgrade mechanics that flavour and expand this gameplay. First, there are Sentinel Crystals, which you find in the environment. These offer a permanent upgrade to health, armour or ammo capacities, and, when 2 linked slots are filled, an upgrade to abilities. For example, your Flame Belch cooldown might be reduced, or demons might drop armour at a faster rate. Then there are runes, which can either enhance abilities or give you new ones. A limited number can be equipped at any time, and the abilities include things like increased movement control while in the air, longer glory kill stagger states in enemies, and, the one I chose first, the ability to temporarily slow time while in midair using L2, because slowing time looks cool, and it also makes it easier to fire sticky grenades at enemy weak spots. Aside from this, there are weapon points. Completing encounters in missions earns you these. There are 10 total available in every mission, and they're used to upgrade the effectiveness of your weapon mods. And finally, there are prayer to suit points, which, as in the previous game, allow you to level up the abilities of your suit in various ways, protecting against environmental elements or upping the potency of your weapons. And that is an overview of how the combat works in Doom Eternal, a top-line run through the game's sophisticated systems and, more importantly, the unique, new, but also extremely Doom gameplay that they generate. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, let us know your thoughts about Doom Eternal in the comments, subscribe if you don't already, and we'll see you again soon.
For the players.